Hello and welcome to Total War Live. We're back. You got the whole team in here, the whole content team. What's going on, guys? You alright, Tom?
Almost. We're missing one today.
Missing one?
Leo
as well.
Of
course. There we go.
I'm here though.
It's all the boys
here too.
It's all the boys.
All the boys. Yeah.
All the boys. So what are we doing, guys?
I was going to say, good starting squad. Good thing to start with. We can sub in the others later. What was the question? I just didn't hear it.
Guy, you've got that unmistakable charm that you bring to every
I literally
stream.
just didn't even hear it. What did you say?
What are we doing today, Guy?
We're doing a Civil War again.
Civil War, part two. Dose.
I regret taking control of the mic because I now have to flick around for whoever decides
You
to
could
talk.
just pass it over.
Yeah, but I thought that, but then it's going to be quite. People start talking before they have the mic.
That's true. That's fine. So
Mead.
For anyone who didn't catch it last time, don't pass me the mic, Tom. For anyone who didn't catch the stream last time we did Civil War, it is our internal competition tournament, if you will, and the winner, of course, gets crowned with the illustrious, beautiful,
yes, there it is.
big budget crown. And does anyone remember who the last winner was? It was not you, Tom. It was D-Mac. It was Big D-Mac himself.
I was saying I remember.
Oh, you remember?
It's so uncomfortable. I actually don't know why it's actually really painful to wear.
Well,
but,
heavy wears the crown.
Heavy lies the crown.
Heavy lies
Maybe
the
it's
crown.
because it doesn't fit you very well and it would fit me better.
Oh, smack talk's coming out already.
Dun, dun, dun.
So last time, does anyone know what factions we played last time?
Yep.
Are you going to tell us?
I was Vampire Counts.
You were the Vampire
Guy was
Counts.
Greenskins.
Mhm.
You were Empire.
That's right.
And Darren was Dwarfs.
That's the original four. The
Nailed
original
it.
4 of Warhammer. So this time, we wanted to mix things up a bit, make it a little bit more fruity. So we've got a video coming up where yesterday we found out what factions we're going to be playing in this round of Community Team Civil War.
You milked that.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Community Team Civil War. Last time it was Darren who reigned supreme with his dwarven armies. Michael flummoxed it a few times and then Tom
I messed up on the final.
It was a big mess up.
almost
big
did
mess
it.
up.
And Guy brought a load of Black Orcs. It just didn't really go very well at all. So we're back again with that. You guys are going to be facing off against each other. I will be commentating over your glorious display of battle. So why don't we use the wheel to determine all your factions in the future matchups?
So we don't get to pick this time.
No,
It's going to be completely
no
random.
choice.
All right.
We spent money on this wheel. We got to get as
We
much
did.
use out of it as possible.
All the budget went on the
So
wheel.
what do you want? What do you want, Mike?
I want
What
Vampire
faction?
Counts, maybe Empire again. I like Empire.
All right.
You want chaos. That's
I don't
what you
mind
want.
chaos. I don't mind chaos.
You hate chaos.
Anyone
Let's do
but
it.
That'd be deja
Beastmen
vu.
and Wood Elves, I think.
Okay,
Anyone
let's
but Beastmen and Wood Elves. Here we go.
Spin. Vampire Counts. Did you hold on to it there? I think
did.
you were
I
like
think
trying
you
to
slowed it
secretly
down.
try and
Yeah,
hold
yeah,
on to
slowed
it.
it down.
So what do you want, Tom? What would you like? You got to the final last time,
Not-
so you know.
No, actually, I don't mind. Not wood elves, but now I've said it. I'm gonna get wood elves.
Good
Greenskins,
greenskins.
yes, I'm a big fan of
Ooh.
greenskins.
I like
big
that.
Fan
That's
of
a good one.
greenskins.
So you've got a good faction, Vampire Counts. I'm going to hold on to this.
Greenskins are a good faction as well.
Yeah, I think
That's
they're two of my
difficult,
favourite
yeah.
factions. I think both of those will do quite well. We'll see how you guys match up. The second matchup is going to be, as you guys disappear, is going to be Guy taking on reigning champion Darren.
So yeah,
What was that?
that was
And
just
what was
having
that?
just having a little run up.
I don't know what I feel about that at all. Right, Guy, what would you like on the wheel?
Well, as my two of my three favourite factions are already gone, it's not looking good. Pretty sure Wheels was conferring with his wheel friend here
Ooh.
to rig it, but let's just do this thing.
Oh, what spin was
Wood
that?
Elves.
Can I get a respin? I didn't get much traction on that.
No.
No,
You're stuck, man. You made a bad decision.
right,
you
I'm
got to
hop-
put more force into it. So, Darren, reigning champion.
Yeah.
What are you going to go with this time? What do you
Hoping-
want?
I'd like to get either Vampire Counts or again my trusty dwarves. So we'll see what happens.
Got chaos.
Yeah, I'm not feeling good about that.
You're not feeling good about chaos?
No.
Well,
I don't think
this
I've
is-
ever won a battle with chaos.
Never, ever, ever.
No.
It's all right. If you need some coaching in how to play multiplayer, I'm here. Not a problem.
Okay.
It's all right, guys. That is going to be our matchups for tomorrow or today, depending when we put this out. So see you guys soon for the CA Civil War.
Oh dear!
I missed Ogbert.
I love how bad that video was.
I missed Ogbert.
Oh, I know.
Listen.
He's off doing something really really important. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but I'm sure it's important. So we've got our first matchup coming up.
We do.
We do. And do you know who's in this matchup? Can you guess?
No, you tell me.
Based on who's in the room and who isn't.
I
It's
don't know who it
Darren
is.
versus Guy. So we've got our stat sheets from last time. We've rejigged them. Let's have a little look at Darren first. He is our reigning champion.
He is.
As you will see in a second. He's going to be playing as the Chaos Undivided. What do you think about that?
He claims he's never won as them, as
He
we
does.
can see here.
He does. But that is a lot of skulls he's collected for the Skull Throne.
It is, but I don't know. I think it'll be interesting for him. He's coming in. He's here.
He's just set up his lobby. We're just going to be joining that now. We're also going to have a little look at Guy stats in just a second. And let's get ourselves all logged in, all ready to go. Are you excited, Tom? I'm
I am.
excited.
I've just realised something hilarious as to why I couldn't get in the lobby.
What's
Because
that?
someone left the caps key on.
Oh,
and I didn't look.
sake.
Look how small this light is for the caps key.
That is pretty small. It's also white. It's usually like green or
Yeah.
red. Yeah. Right, let's have a little look
Hilarious.
at Guy's stats as well. Let's see how he's doing. Now, Guy was probably our weakest contender on the last stream. Didn't reach the final last round. He is a serial unit spammer. He took, like 12 Black Orcs last time?
Something like that, and it didn't go. I fought against him.
Yeah, it didn't
And it
go
didn't
well
go well
for
for
him.
him.
Didn't
No.
go well for him at all. 32 trees hugged to date. That's a pretty impressive stat. He is playing as the Wood Elves.
Shows that he's friendly, I suppose. I mean, not great in Total War, but
So we were talking a little bit about stats before the game. Strats, should I say, not stats. So Guy's going to come at this with a ranged angle, I think. He's drawing on the fact that Chaos don't have a lot of ranged options.
yep.
So he's going to get that high maneuverability, high damage output from the ranged units that you expect from the Wood Elves. What Darren's going to do, though, I'm not sure.
I have no idea, but they are both ready.
They
So
are
we're about
both
to
ready,
get
and
in.
we are about to go into the game. So we're playing on Crossroads. It is the tournament grounds, if you will.
Is that official?
It's
Has
where
that
all the
been
big
decided?
action happens. Whenever you've got like a really important battle, it happens on MP Crossroads.
Is that
you
a
know?
rumour?
Well, I mean, you've got that flat terrain. It's all just
I do like
pure
it.
strats. Let's have a little look around. It's quite a foreboding land, isn't it? Down in the Badlands.
Ooh.
So, that's very interesting. Okay, so let's take a little look at Darren's setup first. He got some aspiring champions here, 2 units of those. Now, they've got the Vanguard deployment if they choose to use them, but what's most important is that they can inspire other troops around them, keeping that morale up. We've got Codex Suneater as his general. He's got that armor piercing. He's enormous, causes terror. Doesn't take a lot of range damage for his scaly skin. 520 weapon strength. Incredible stats there. We've also got some Chaos Knights with lances, some Chaos Warriors with halberds, some Chaos Warriors with standard axe, and the most important thing, 2 Hell Cannons, Tom.
I saw that.
2 Hell Cannons. He's also gone for a Chaos Sorcerer of Metal. Let's see what spells he's gone for on there. It looks like I can't actually select him, so I can't tell you that, but that's fine. So let's go over to your screen and have a look at what the Wood Elves have in store for Darren.
So Guy, classic to his reputation.
Yeah.
That's the word I'm looking for. Has spammed some units, so he has got pretty much a lot of Eternal Guard and a lot of Hawk Riders. That is kind of his army.
I tell you what, he's looking pretty safe there almost with all those flying units because Darren's not really got an answer to that. He's got no range support apart from those cannons.
Yep.
And there's nothing that's going to be able to take that down. And I feel like Darren should have been ready for that. It looks like we're about to kick off as well. So let's see how these armies line up. We've got a pretty standard setup from Darren here. He's gone for his aspiring champions in the center. Kolek as well, and then he's just backed up by his Chaos Sorcerer there. We've also got those Hell Cannons just behind. Got those Chaos Lances, Chaos Knights, with Lances, sticking close, making sure that they are being able to deal with any cavalry units that come in. I can't talk today, Tom. Have you
It's
noticed
fine.
that?
It's fine.
It's
So the
good.
Hell Cannons are getting some shots off. I do love this.
So they're
It looks so
targeting
cool.
that Glade Riders with Hagbane Tips unit. They got a pretty solid shot. That was half their morale gone in one hit there. Chaos Infantry, Chaos Generals, and now even Chaos Artillery are very, very scary.
Now these Hawk Riders are coming in. They're coming in fast for Guy. I think.
Ooh, he's
This is-
tried to get a shot off there on the actual Glade Lord himself with the Hell Cannon, I think. But now, no, it looks like he's still targeting those Glade Riders. Those Glade Riders are pretty happy. They can pretty much just wait and just run away from those shots when they come.
Now, interesting, the guy's left the rest of his army behind.
Well,
So
I think he's going for that range support to just try and take
Sure,
out those
yeah.
Hell Cannons. I feel like if I was Darren, I would be getting those Hell Cannons to just start firing on his main line. He's got so many clumped up units here that can just be swamped with fire and death.
Yep.
This Eternal Guard unit here looking very tasty in particular. And it looks like Guy's gone for quite a cheesy tactic, to be honest.
That is kind of what he's known for, though.
It is what he's
known
known
for.
for.
The cheese. Spams the units, sees what he can do.
So one of those Hell Cannons looking pretty beaten up already. Those Hawk Riders not taking a lot of fire from the Hell Cannon. Every now and again one will hit, but it's only going to hit about one of those models. Now, that other Hell Cannon is firing on those Hawk Riders as well.
Yeah. I feel like Darren should be firing that other one at his main line, as you mentioned.
I feel like Darren should be moving his army. If you want to take away... If someone's gone for a really strong...
He's now moving.
Ranged and flying army, you need to take up their ground support.
It's almost as if he's listening to us. 'Cause
It
he's
is
moving
almost
his
as if
army
he's
now.
listening to us. However, there is a delay on the stream, so hopefully...
Guy's also
hopefully he's
interestingly
not.
kind of left that one Hell Cannon half dead.
He's also just left his cavalry unit over here. He is starting to move now. It looks like...
Needs to work on that micro.
He's actually got a Spellslinger here at the back. Spellslinger of Life. That's going to give him a bit of healing ability, which is going to be useful. These Eternal Guard, they're quite good. They're pretty cheap for what they give you. And now the Hell Cannons come in. So one of them's just missed over there, but that's a big hit over here. About a third of the health gone on that Eternal Guard unit. If that Hell Cannon can just keep firing, I think it's going to do a lot of damage. That's
Guy's
one of the
very
Hell Cannons
clumped up.
gone now. And now the other one's getting taken out as well. I feel like if I was Guy, I'd be targeting that Wizard as well, just making sure that get that spell support down.
Yeah, what's he doing with his cav? I think they're walking into battle, so I mean, that's something.
Oh, that's another big hit from the Hell Cannon on these Eternal Guard. The problem is, Guy's gone for a bit of a weird setup. He's tried to move his army, tried to keep it all tight together, but it's just clumped together. He's not managing his army well enough.
He
There's
has no
so
real front
much
line.
clumping going on. And when you've got a big damage siege weapon coming up against you, that is not what you want.
To be fair, though, you can't lose your front line if you don't have a front line.
That's the one. That's the one. Remember, though, if he does lose that front line, he is literally just
doesn't
going to
have
have to
one.
land his Hawk Riders.
They're kind of just randomly placed. It's
So
fine.
we finally got some engagement with the melee troops down here on the ground. These Eternal Guard are probably going to have a pretty bad time against these Chaos Warriors.
So both Hell Cannons are now gone, but the Hawk Riders are still firing on nothing.
I worry for Chaos though, because they've spent so much money on these Hell Cannons, and that's gone pretty much in this. They've got like what, 2 shots off. Now those.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good Prayer of Anaphrema on the Chaos Lancers. He's got some spears coming right in the back of him now. Those Chaos Knights with Lancers do look a little bit of a tricky situation now.
This is looking okay for Guy, I think.
He's doing pretty well,
Now,
but
if Guy, the Pitchter's weakest opponent, knocks out the Pitchter's strongest opponent, this could be
anything can
controversial.
happen on CA Civil War. Anything can happen. We've got these Wild Riders, these Glade Riders, sorry, coming back in on their glorious cavalry. Look at them, beautiful.
There's a weird like 4-layer thing happening in here with the Cav and the Eternal Guard, but I think Guy's got away with it. I think he's okay.
These Hawk Riders, I feel like they're firing on Kolek at the moment. I understand that. He wants to get rid of the General. But
Probably-
Kolek's not going to take a lot of range damage. Those Hagbane
doing
tips,
something
however,
to
he's giving him poison damage, though, which is
Yeah.
gonna really hurt.
That's where the damage is coming in.
In comes some Chaos Warriors with halberds. They need to be careful now, because those Glade Riders are not going to do well against some Chaos Warriors with halberds.
Kolek's losing some heavy damage now.
I mean, he's coming up against pretty much entirely spears. They're all anti-large.
Now, those Eternal Guard are just melting in the
That
middle.
Metal Sorcerer now coming up. We've also got that Spellslinger who's now being targeted by Darren's Cav. I mean, the Eternal Guard are doing okay. They're just spear units, but they're doing all right.
Kolek's got about a third of his health left.
If they can take out Kolek, that's a big morale hit to Darren's
Yeah, that'll be
forces.
huge.
I feel like the Chaos Warriors are just gonna stick out on this one. They are very, very strong units,
They
especially against units who aren't really experts at melee combat. You want
Maybe some the Eternal Guard should be backed up by some armor-piercing units.
Yes,
Are you coming up against Chaos?
Kolek's health's getting pretty low.
Kolek does look in trouble here. He looks really in trouble. Let's have a little look at chat, see what's going up. Eternal Guard aren't overpriced. They're just really damn close for Gelding. Guy, dude, you're being overrun. Why? I feel like Guy, if he was going to maximize his cheese, he should have kept his melee infantry just a bit
Kolek's
further
about to
back.
die. Kolek is on the brink of death.
I mean, that's all well and good, but Guy's just running out of men here. It's not looking good
Darren
for him.
doesn't seem concerned about Kolek.
Kolek is on his way out, I reckon. He's on 368 health now. He needs to be caught up with, though, but he's just got so much range fire coming in. Darren's dropped Glittering Robe on him. That's going to give him a bit more armor, keep his leadership up a bit, but he's already routing, so that's not going to do much.
Now, Guy's got some routed units just kind of hovering on the edge. Like
he has. He
could
needs to
send
bring those back in.
these Glade Riders could just be chasing Kolek down and kill him.
Glade Riders were doing massive amounts of damage to Kolek at the start. He needs to start capitalizing on what he's got here.
There's just about 40 Hawks. Classic Guy. Just chasing Kolek.
Well, I mean, on the front of it, right, you've got a quite strong Chaos Army, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's quite versatile, but I feel like there was just a little bit of micro, just didn't go Darren's way. He needed something in the air as well to deal with these Hawk Riders. These Hawk Riders aren't going to stand up to, let's say, for example, some Exalted Heroes on some Manticores, you know? If he just put enough into his flying units, I feel like he'd be doing a lot better here. The balance of power is saying that Darren is actually losing at the moment, but I'm struggling to see where Guy's forces are.
It's all these Hawk Riders, but they're just chasing Kolek miles off the map.
I mean, they're not landing any hits at the moment. He's on 267 now. He's got barely any units left. He's got his Glade Lord over there just running away at the moment, and then he's just got this sort of line of staggered, routed infantry.
Yep. Darren saw those Glade Riders just sitting there, and he sent his Chaos Knights over. They're now routed. They're gone.
Oh, that's a big hit from the Glade Lord. One thing I'm worried about for Darren here, he is very clumped up, and with that Glade Lord shooting on him, he's gonna be taking a lot of damage here. Hawk Rider's actually coming in for a battle with these Chaos Knights of Lancers.
I think they've run out of ammunition. They're
might be
pretty
right.
low.
I'm not seeing any ammunition on any of them now. Kolek has been completely chased off the map now. I can see what Guy was going for there. He's actually only used 2 of his units now. He's brought the rest of his Hawks in, and they're just sort of sitting around at the moment. They need to use that that atmo that they've got left efficiently. Chaos don't have a great morale standing here, so if he can just smack into him enough times in the back where he's not expecting it, just cause enough of a morale hit. I do feel like he needs to grab these units here and just regroup.
He is doing that, I think. It depends if he just rushes them all in individually.
It looks to me like he's just rushing them all in individually, which is very Guy. I feel like if he just regrouped, he'd get that morale back a little bit.
Yeah.
The Spellslinger's doing its best to keep everyone healed.
These Hawk Riders are coming back in now.
That's going to do a little bit of morale damage. I don't know which way this is going to go, you know.
The good
thing
is,
don't know.
His Glade Lord does have full health. I mean, that is helping him a lot.
And the Glade Lord is on a dragon, so he wants to stay away from these halberds, though. I feel like he's not prioritising what he's attacking, which, I mean, I expected. But I feel like he needs to just have a look at what he's doing and just think about it. You've got a lot of morale hits coming in now for Chaos. This is looking bad for Darren. This is looking really bad for Darren.
They're terrified. They're running. This
might be
probably it. He's got 1 unit of halberds sitting there. Oh, 2 units of halberds, sorry, that are staying. Everyone else is pretty much gone.
Halberds need to be dealt with, but I feel like if they get rid of everything else first, it's a bit safer. You've got all these flying units you can chase down people who are routing now as well. If you look at this unit of Chaos Warriors, they've got a lot of men left. They need to be chased down and make sure they shatter because they're about to rally.
I don't know. I think I'd leave those guys because as soon as they keep getting near, they keep running off. These guys have now all rallied in the middle.
So many corpses littering this battlefield at the moment. It's still not 100% Guy. The balance power is actually creeping up a little bit. Right, he's doing what I said here now. He's just taking down those units that are about to rally, making sure they don't come back, making sure they shatter. This Glade Lord is in a bit of trouble here. He's got Earthblood on him, just give him a little bit of health back, but he needs to get out of there quick. He's starting to rout now. I mean,
jeez,
you
Darren
know,
might
what they
save
say?
this.
You know what they say? Cheeses never prosper. Cheeses never prosper.
They nearly did today.
They nearly did.
I think guys...
Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
No, I think guys throwing this. The balance of power is coming back into Darren. He's chucked every Hawk Rider possible in there.
I'll tell you what he's done. He's gotten cocky. He's gotten too cocky.
He did. He thought it was over. But he's sending every Hawk Rider. He's now just sending everything he's got into this middle bulk.
Look at this chaos. And I
mean,
excuse the pun.
there's not even any point turning off the... If you turn off the unit icons, it's just a mess.
I would not want to be any of the people in this engagement.
No.
This is terrifying. We've got the Spellslinger still there on full health. I mean, I don't think he's going to have much magic left. He's dropped a lot of spells now. I feel like if he can take out that Chaos Sorcerer, that's going to do yet another melee hit. Morale hit, sorry.
Melee?
Melee.
He said it again.
So a little look at the chat. Manacle Riders would help, but that means having the Radius mod. Well, we're not going to
Husky Ranger said they keep on acting like this battle is not won by the pointy-eared cowards already. Now, they've probably lost this. Look at the balance of power. It's coming back into Darren's favour. Guy hasn't got anything.
There's a lot of Wood Elf units shattering.
Guy hasn't got anything
left. A lot
left.
of Wood Elf units shattering.
He is going to be so gutted when he comes back in. He really is, because he knows he had this. He had this in his hands, and he relaxed.
All he had to do was target the most important units, right? He knows that if he goes in that clump, there we go, there goes his Lord. He knows that if he goes in after that clump, he's going to get hit with those halberds. And his halberds are his worst enemy. He's got an army of, like, mostly large.
Yeah. I mean, my money, this is now Chaos's battle. All the guys got left are Hawk Riders that aren't going to be doing much damage in here against these guys.
I feel like he's just going to have to keep
Glade
pulling in
Riders.
and out.
Glade Riders have run out of ammo now. This is it. It's done. It's over.
That's done. They're shattered.
The Spellslinger is the only thing left.
No, I think the Spellslinger is going to be...
It's the only one left. That's it.
Yeah.
Darren has turned it around. It's done. The game is over.
That's really disappointing from Guy. I really thought he'd found his ultimate cheese army. He just didn't do it. He just couldn't pull it all the way through.
He didn't. Disappointing for Guy.
Disappointing.
I thought he had it. I thought we had a controversial win.
It would have been amazing. Let's have a little look at the kills quickly. So that Glade Lord coming in with 138 kills.
Here he comes.
And then you've got quite a few from the Hawk Riders. I wouldn't say it justified them, though. I wouldn't say it justified them. I think in the end of the day, you're just not enough damage output here, Guy. Let's go over to the couch. You guys go sit down. Before we chat, we're going to have a little look at a community video that was prepared for us by Leo, who's not in at the moment, but she did make one of our lovely videos for us. So we're going to watch that, and we'll be back right in a second to chat to Guy about how much of a terrible time he's just had.
Let's.
Hey guys, it's Leo here, and today I'll be bringing you the latest creations from the Total War community. Today we're looking at an amazing custom PC build by Lionheart X10, designed specifically to play Total War. The War Machine 2.0, as he dubs it, is an upgraded version of his previous War Machine, housed in the Master Case 5T from Cooler Master. The coolest part of this case is that it contains two tempered glass side panels that have been etched with custom Total War designs and Lionheart's own branding. These etchings are lit up beautifully by RGB fans and various LEDs throughout the case. Inside the beast lives 32GB of a Pacer Bladefire DDR4 RAM, an i7-5930K CPU, which runs at 4.4 GHz, and an MSI GTX 1080 Ti, which has been mounted vertically to give it pride of place behind the glass. There is a strong theme of red and black in the case, which can be seen in the 1080 Ti and in custom red sleeve cables which match the red interior of the case. Check out Lionheart's YouTube channel for a more extensive look at the beast and to see its full spec. That's all from the community this time. Check out the Total War forums to links to all of the creations mentioned today. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
And we're back on the couches. Guy, what on earth just happened?
So close, yet so far.
You're not even holding the mic right anymore. I feel like you've just completely lost your head.
I always get told off holding the mic wrong. I was trying to do it right.
Put it on your mouth.
Right in
there you
my
go.
gob.
Done.
All right,
right.
I'm here.
So you took a cheesy army, all right? Let's not beat around the bush. You took a cheesy army.
I didn't take a cheesy army. Although, okay, I went too hard on the cheese. I should have picked a bit more. I should have picked a bit more damage.
You should have gone more brie than cheddar. You should have gone for a softer cheese.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Even just a Dairy Lee would have done.
You could say I went ham on the cheese. So I knew that Chaos didn't have too much ranged, and I knew that I'd have air superiority. But
you didn't utilise that. You took down Kolek at the start, which I liked, right? You hit their morale, okay? That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then Darren got into this big clump. He had his halberds there, which are all anti-large. And you thought, I'll just shove everyone in on the halberds.
So think about it this way, Wills. What am I supposed to do if all my boys are out of
You've got to charge down those routing units and make sure they don't come back.
Everything but my flying units was dead.
Flying units are fine. If they're routing, they're not going to attack back.
What?
If they're routing, they're not going to fight back.
What? What? Well, I don't think you understand. I had no units on the ground left.
Oh my God.
I had no units on the ground. Explain to me then.
Darren, take the mic because you need.
Well, I'll be totally honest. I don't think he did anything like terribly wrong.
At the start, he was doing really well.
You brought your Hawk Riders around behind my artillery, took them out. I was like, crap, can't sit back and fire on them like I was hoping to do. So had to move forward. Moved forward, saw that his infantry was just terrible because he'd focused on mostly rain or air. But yeah, then so I knew that I could beat him in a 1-to-1 just out over time. And that he's probably going to run out of ammo. Now, most of his units on the ground did run away, but some were still there. Now, if they do all run away, you actually are forced to land. Otherwise, your guys will just rout. So, I don't know. Yeah, I just think it was a cheesy army to take, and that's why it didn't work, personally.
There was just that moment there where your troops were routing, and they did not look like they were going to stand much more.
Yeah, there was like 6 or 7 of them just broke in that blob, and they were just like, oh no, see you later. And they came back like almost straight away. I don't know if there was a spell that kicked off to do that, because
you just didn't capitalise on it, guy. You just didn't capitalise on it.
Did Kolek get away, by the way? I didn't see it.
Kolek ran off the map.
Yeah, nice. Because if he dies, it's much worse than if he runs off. So I got lucky with that. And yeah, I don't know why you were throwing everything in. I would have just waited till all the ammo was gone until you were forced to land. Because you had like the spell singer on the ground meant that you didn't have to land. So I probably would have just stayed up there a little bit longer and kept my forest dragon up there, just doing that. You kept coming down and lifting them up straight away, which is really annoying. But you only did it like twice, and then you just like threw them in.
Gladelords are putting some powerful shots in there as well. She had a lot of like magic damage going into the side, and it was actually causing quite a bit of hurt.
I probably as well would have focused on one unit at a time. It seemed like after the artillery was down and the and Kolek was down, then it was like, oh, my halberd's getting hit, now this is getting hit, now something else. If you'd concentrated all your power on one unit at a time, I think you could have routed them individually off the map and then eventually focus what you had left on the rest. But
I hope you're taking notes.
I just never would have taken a build like that anyways.
I think you can win with it. Basically, Wills doesn't know what he's talking about.
Right.
To summarise,
so both of us have said the exact same thing.
I think I messed up at the beginning, like Darren says, where I completely mismanaged my entire army. I just didn't get them in a proper formation. I moved them in because I panicked, thinking that his hell cannons were going to just toot me down from a distance, realizing that I could just check their range and stay out of range. And yeah, I just completely failed to focus fire on people. I just was spam clicking, really.
I would have got rid of those halberds first after you'd taken over those hell cannons and they were dealt with.
Well, I was going for the metal sorcerer. Interesting not to pick fire, by the way. I thought you were going to go fire and then me take loads of tree friends and get absolutely burned to the ground. But yeah, it was disappointing for me. I think if I'd just gone a little bit less cheesy, a couple less,
or even just embrace the cheese more. Just keep that army back, you know.
Yeah.
If you're gonna go cheesy, you've got to do it properly.
But I would like to do it less cheesy in future. I'd like to go less Hawk Riders, more damage.
All right, let's get to the second round.
But thanks. It was great to be a part of it.
Let's get to the second round. We're going to get right back over to the desk. Darren, you've got one final word.
I was just going to say, I took metal because I was just going to buff my own troops. And you said you hope to go less cheesy next time. There isn't going to be a next time. So he's out. He hasn't made it to the second round.
Oh.
0 points on Guy. You know? I don't know. I think we have to get Leo in here instead.
Let's get over to the desk.
Right.
We'll see you in a second.
Hello, and we're back. So we're just waiting for the boys to set up their own lobby, and then once they do that, we'll join them.
Whew, just need to take a breath after that. Probably should have rolled up my sleeves before. I think that could have made a big difference.
Yeah, it's actually pretty warm in here. All right. But it was a tense game. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, yeah.
It was very close.
As long as the fans were entertained, I'm happy. And I think they were.
Hopefully.
And when I say the fans, I mean the chat. No one's really our fan, are they? Well, you've got some fans. I definitely don't.
I like to think I have some. Who knows? So they're not going to be in our game. We're going to have to jump out to a different lobby, I'm guessing. So let's just check if they've set one up.
Good planning. Top planning from us.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
CA Civil War. I'm guessing it's that one.
Just put the secret password in.
Did it work?
I think so, yeah.
All right, cool.
Oh, wait.
Oh, you joined as a player. Yeah. Guy accidentally just joined as a player.
I'm
he's out now. I can see you in the game, though, yeah.
I didn't hear what he said, but I winked and nodded at him.
What? Oh, yeah. I don't know what that means. But all right. Okay, I haven't even seen them, so should be interesting. Right, so...
It won't let me spectate.
All right, let's bring out the stat cards to see what the traits are for Michael. See what he's got.
There he is.
All right, Michael Whelan, looking badass. Very nice beard. His brother looks almost identical to him as well. Just thought I'd throw
generic looking guy.
What? Yeah, I guess so.
I'm only messing Whelans.
He didn't reach the final last round. He disappoints Dogbert daily. He does. I've seen that happen. And he's an advocate of the Rights for Zombies campaign. I don't necessarily agree with that. Oh, okay. My game crashed. So I'll have to load up a new one. Awesome.
Well, luckily we've got another fight card coming up. Here's Tom.
Let's check it out.
Oh.
What do you think of that face?
I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking when he put that face on. It looks very serious.
All right, runner-up in the Shogun 2 stream. That was out of 2 people. So, you know, I won that one as well. Just saying. I think I'm actually pretty undefeated here on these streams.
You're doing all right, mate.
Runner-up in the last round. That's true. I beat him as the dwarfs. I can't remember who he played as, though, actually. And then he once fell in love with a goblin. I just thought of a really mean joke, but I can't say it. But, yeah, it's, you know, rumor has it he's in love with James. So I don't know if that's...
Oh, no, we'll allow that. We'll allow that. Not too harsh. Bit of fun.
I was going to say someone else. That would probably take offense to it. All right, CA Civil War. Let's join this mother.
Mine is being a little bit finicky. This one, yeah?
Yeah, spectate.
Just tried to move the monitor, which is built into the table.
All right, so are you able to get in?
Well,
yeah, you're in. Okay, cool. So we've got Tom as the Greenskins, of course, and Whelan as the Vampire Cans. Looks like they're playing on multiplayer Blue Reach River. And then I guess, I don't know if they chose their armies beforehand or not, but we can't see what they're going to pick. However, Vampire Cans, one of my favorite factions, takes a lot of good infantry, high missile damage, doesn't have, well, high magic damage, doesn't have any missiles. And then the Greenskins. I hate the Greenskins. I can't play as them at all. Do you like them? You played as them with your Black
like
Orc
them.
Zerg Rush in the last one.
Yeah. I think they've got a lot going for them. They're pretty versatile. The Regiments of Renown. I quite like to bring the old Ragnarok Queen.
Oh yeah.
Because she can do the whole raise
spiders,
yeah. Which is like vampires, which is everyone's favorite faction. But this should be a really interesting fight because I know Whelan wasn't happy with being lumped in with me. As last place in the last Civil War.
Is the word you're looking for.
Last place loser. I'm not afraid to admit, mate. Yeah. I'm perfectly capable of accepting my disappointments.
All right, let's have a look at what they've gone for here. I know the Vampire Counts best, so I'll talk about these guys. So it looks like Whelan obviously is the Vampire Counts. He's taken 2 White Kings, who are melee specialists. He's got a Necromancer, and he's got Vlad von Karstein as his Legendary Lord. So we can actually see roughly what spells they've got. You have to go about here. He keeps moving them, so I can't check it out. Let's see what his main infantry is then. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units of Grave Guard. So he's really tanking on the heavy infantry there. And then he's got a couple of skeleton spearmen probably to deal with some large if it gets thrown his way. And then he's got 2 units of Black Knights chilling out in the forests on the right. So it looks like he's probably going to end up moving up along the right side of the forest. And yeah, well, let's move over to the Greenskins. They've actually begun battle already.
Ooh.
Right, so we'll take a quick look at the Greenskins. He's got 2 units of goblins at the front, and then a goblin big boss in the in the middle. And then he's got 4 units of black orcs, a shaman, and the Rusty Arrows, the Regiment of Renown, a couple units of squigs, and then Orc Boar Boy Big Uns. This is interesting. So he's got a lot more large than I would say Whelan is prepared to deal with. Whelan's only got 2 units to fight large. His cavalry is anti-infantry. He didn't take the other version of them, which are anti-large. So he's really going to be struggling against those squigs. He's going to be struggling against the 4 units of Orc Boar Boy Big Uns. So yeah, my money at this point is actually on Tom, although I don't know what they're doing at the moment. They're like rotating around each other on this lake in the middle.
Interesting, interesting. I'm just getting some nice cinematic shots here.
So Tom's gone with Grimgor Ironhide, obviously very strong melee specialist, and he's got his black orcs as well, which are going to go toe-to-toe pretty evenly with the Graveguard, I would imagine. He hasn't taken any Graveguard that's armor-piercing, so he's got 1, the Regiment Renowned of the Stearnsman. So, I don't know, Whelan's not really taking what I would have thought. If I was playing as the Vampire Counts, I would take anti-large, basically, a lot of anti-large, maybe a Terrorgeist, and to fly over them, because you'd have total air superiority if you did that. Greenskins aren't going to be taking much to fly. And then you can easily deal with their infantry. So my money's on Tom. It seems like he's got the better army makeup to fight against Tom to fight against Whelan at this point.
Well, I do like the Terror Bomb, and Greenskins have famously low leadership, so I'm surprised to not see that in action. It's interesting to see this little hokey cokey around the lake as well.
Yeah, I don't know why they're doing that.
Are they putting on some kind of performative dance for us?
I don't know why they're both being so skittish around each other.
It's because there's a lot at stake in this.
There is.
This is a big game.
The battle for last place. Alright, so Whelan's moving his 2 units of Black Knights out around the sides. And so both their infantry look like they're going to meet somewhere in the middle, and both cavalry is around the other one's back almost at this point. So pretty even.
Orc Boy Big Uns heading around the edge of the lake.
Yep. He's got way more of them than Whelan has Black Knights. And his Black Knights aren't going to do anything against the Big Uns anyway. The Big Uns are anti-large. They can take out his Black Knights instantly.
It's very similar tactics we were seeing so far. Almost a mirror image with the 2 cavalry separating.
Yep.
But it looks like, oh wow, they really are copying each other.
They really are, yeah. They're both retreating back to where they were to guard themselves.
It looks
guard
like
their flanks.
Looks like we might see a little bit of action now.
It looks like the Black Orcs are coming up against the Graveguard on the very left there. This is pretty bad formation play, I must say, by Whelan.
Well, it can't get much worse than mine.
The Squigs are coming in now. Interesting to throw the Squigs straight in.
Squigs going in on their own, interesting.
Right, we have engagement. Squigs are now engaged on CA Whelan's left flank.
Oh,
One of them got
they
engaged.
pulled out straight away. Just getting the cycle charge down.
Yeah. Just prodding, testing the lines.
Oh. Yep, going in again.
Yeah.
Ooh, actually munching through those Graveguard. They're armoured, right? Pretty sure these Squigs are anti-armour.
They're anti-infantry, so yeah, they can easily deal with. These charges is exactly what you want to be doing with them. Just like punching them in, taking them out, punching them in. In long combat, they're not going to do very good.
This could be
they've got a good charge.
This could be Whelan's experience on CA versus the world.
Oh, he's raising in zombies. He wants to catch those Squigs off from stop them retreating, which is a pretty good idea. Stop them cycle charging like that.
Got 7 charges of that as well, so there's plenty more where that came from.
Yeah. Sorry, Jess.
Is it
the bar? Oh, this thing. Oh, I think it's good to see the stats and the health. Yeah.
Both got the stats up
right,
on both of our screens now. So.
Cool. Right, so the main infantry lines are now pushing up, almost about to engage each other. I think it looks like Tom is still getting the better of this fight. His Squigs aren't taking too much damage. And he's throwing...
in come the big uns.
Yeah.
Orc boys.
That was a really good charge to get by his anti-large skeleton spearman there. He just narrowly got through that little tiny gap there. And it looks like Whelan's blocking that gap, blocking their retreat. They've nowhere to go now, those Orc big uns. They might manage to get through this gap here, actually, if they manage to get out.
Grimgor engaging with the Graveguard.
Yeah, and the main lines are now meeting.
Sternsman wrapping around.
Looks like we got some sort of spell coming in. So we got the Itchy Nuisance, weapon damage and melee attack has been reduced for all of the vampire counts in that circle.
Is that a big loss for Tom there, or is that not
No,
so bad?
I think Tom's coming out on top. So if we just hover over, we can see he's still got quite strong lines there. Yeah, I think Whelan's suffering the most in this pile. He has thrown Vlad in there though to really change things up.
Well, Vlad's still at full health and he's pretty tanky, so I'm not worried about him at the moment.
But he is against 2 units of Black Orcs, and pretty much everything else Whelan raised here is just like dying off. And he's sending in Skeleton Spearmen to crush the rest of Tom's Orc Boar Big Guns. I don't know if that was the best charge for Tom. He just sent them in and pretty much got them wiped out. It didn't seem to do too much damage, and now they're practically all dead. He has got this 1 unit of Orc Boy Big Guns coming out here to fight one of the White Kings.
We can see the Goblin Big Boss getting teamed up on here by the Black Knights. Not looking good for him.
Oh, it's really hard to see which way this is leaning. It's dead even at the moment, actually.
A
lot of Whelan's Graveguard is dying out though. He's got barely anything left.
Those vampire counts are dropping like flies, but they do have a lot higher numbers.
Yeah, he's halfway down on pretty much all of them, but he's got much more than Tom seems to. Seems like most of Tom's infantry is just being decimated. With a couple more cav charges going on here, the Black Knights against the Orc Boy Big Guns. They're both very damaged, but the Orc Boys should win this fight.
Zombies coming in behind the Black Orcs here. That won't be good for them. They're pretty hemmed in there.
This is
actually
got a nice charge. Tom managed to get his Orc Boy Big Guns around the back one more time, charging into the zombies.
Interesting. He seems to have singled out the Night Goblin Shaman there rather than going for the morale damage of coming in the rear.
Pretty good moves by Michael. Every time Tom comes in with a charge from the Orc Boy Big Guns, he raises zombies right behind them to stop them from pulling out. Very good move to do that. So they do get hemmed in there, and they're not good in close quarters combat. They're more of a shock infantry, shock cavalry. How's Vlad doing? Still full health, and Grimgor is practically full health as well.
He's incredibly tanky. The Crimson Killers, the Regiment of Renown, barely leaving a scratch on him.
It looks like vampire counts around next to the lake are like easily holding their ground, but further out it looks like Tom's winning on that side. So they're probably going to meet in the middle somewhere, and the 2 legendary lords will come to blows, I imagine.
I can't wait, Darren. I can't wait until they come to blows.
Who's your money on? It's pretty close.
I'm putting it on Whelan. I just think he's got the experience from, and he's been having the coaching with Dr. Dogbert.
Yeah, I think Whelan's going to pull it out of the bag.
I think he's got what it takes.
I still think Tom had the better army though, so I'm not too sure what went wrong. It seemed like he gave up his cavalry advantage very quickly for no reason.
I just don't think he's got the experience that Whelan's got these days. He's a battle-hardened streamer, and he's learned a lot from Daddy Dogbert.
Whelan's letting a unit just run out for no reason all the way out there. The zombies are chasing that Orc Boar Boy Big Guns.
In come the Squiggos again.
Yeah.
They ain't giving up.
I love the way they tumble in. That's pretty cool. Wow, it really is just a grind fest. There's such a pile of just zombies, skeleton spearmen, and a couple of grave guards still surviving. Just grinding down the Black Orcs toward the lake. And then it looks like Tom's Black Orcs have been surrounded, but they're mostly just having to fight with zombies and what is this? The Goblin Big Boss, yeah. So he's really just locked them down. Wow, they are actually managing the rats. I think they are wearing them down over time. Haven't seen too much magic coming in from Whelan other than the zombies. It just seems like sprays of zombies. I would have thought that initial line was perfect for a Wind of Death, but maybe he didn't take one.
I think they've both forgot about their magic actually.
Yep, absolutely nothing coming from Grimgor Ironhide. Or I mean the Goblin Shaman.
Well, Raised Dead's going off constantly, so maybe that's the only one he's got.
Well, that's for Whelan, but for the Goblins, like they're not doing anything other than that initial buff that he did early on.
Yeah.
There's no, Foot of Gork or anything like that coming in. A Foot of Gork around Vlad right now would be amazing. But maybe he just didn't take any.
Is that a spell I see coming in?
Yeah, so he's done Itchy Nuisance again, which is a minus 22% for weapon damage and minus 34 for melee attack. So he's just lowering the stats of all the vampires around him, while his Black Orcs cling on with their 19 troops.
Do you think they're stream sniping us?
They're stream sniping us.
I think they are. I think that was a very sudden use of magic after we said it.
Right, I see what you mean. Maybe one of them's listening.
Well,
Michael does usually have it on his PC.
Sneaky.
Maybe that's
We
how
wouldn't
he
dream
turned
of
around.
doing that, would we, Darren?
Definitely not. So, we're down to almost nothing now, and it seems like it's just going to devolve into a little pile in the center. It seems like Tom has got more infantry, and better infantry. He's still got Black Orcs around. He still has a few Orc Board big guns, and Whelan is still desperately raising zombies everywhere he can, slowing down these charges and just providing a buffer between himself and the Black Orcs. I can't even see where Vlad is. Vlad is deep in here, probably fighting Grimgore. And the White King, the melee specialists are in there as well.
Vlad has taken a fair bit of damage now, almost down to half health.
Interesting taking White Kings. I don't think I'd ever would have done that. They don't really seem that useful to me.
Well, what do you know?
What do I know? I've only never lost against anybody.
Ever.
Yeah, never. I've played Ninja Hun twice and I beat him twice. Just saying. Just for the record.
Whoa.
Just for the record.
Let's see it again. Oh, and Vlad's going down very fast now.
Yeah, it's all over.
He's absolutely decimated.
Tom has won. Tom has pulled it out of the bag.
Wow, well done, Tom.
I
Sorry
honestly
for doubting you.
found that very difficult to commentate. I don't really know what they did wrong, to be honest. Both lines clashed. Whelan was doing some pretty good tactics by spawning zombies behind the Orc Boy big guns, stopping them from charging out.
Yeah,
but Tom just seemed to have better troops that just ground them down over time.
You had that early session of them unsure of what to do, and then after the clash, they just stayed put, really.
Look at the kills on the Black Orcs. We've got 255, 310, 335. These are huge numbers for kills. Most of them being zombies, obviously, but barely anything for the Graveguard. 10, 21, 20, 0 on some of these Graveguard.
Wow.
So not a very effective use of those.
You can see why I
White King
why I
with
like
0
Black
kills.
Orcs.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Black Orcs are beasts, but a White King to have 0 kills is an embarrassment, I would say. And then 0 for a Necromancer, but that's fair enough because it's mostly just spellcasting. All right, let's move it back over to the couch, and we'll wrap it up.
Oh my god.
Bum, bum, bum. So, how'd it go?
I didn't have any armor piercing.
What went wrong?
I had no armor piercing whatsoever.
No armor piercing.
And a line of Black Orcs.
It seemed pretty weird to take White Kings. What was your thought behind that?
So that's my pretty standard build. I take White Kings with like 2 units of Black Knights as like kind of like a little Lord like taking out squad. So if I ever see like a spellcaster or something, they can just go in and take them out. White Kings are pretty good.
Because Banshees are duelists. They're actually meant for taking out lords. Did you think about that?
Maybe. I like the fact that White Kings have the armor piercing buff. Yeah. You can give them the ability, which is pretty good.
The only other thing I saw from your build was that you didn't take any anti-large apart from 2 skeletons. So I would have maybe taken anti-large cavalry because Greenskins are going to be bringing big stuff usually, and he actually didn't bring that much big. But he still had the cavalry advantage on you. I would have thought because of that.
Oh well. I don't know. I feel like I just built wrong. I feel like I just built wrong.
Essentially. And he had some crazy dance at the beginning, skirting around the lake.
Yeah, what was that all about?
It was like
Tom?
you were copying each other's moves. It's like Tom's cavalry fall back, your cavalry fall back. You both try to flank around each other. It was pretty interesting.
I always like to do loads of micro. If I know that I'm going to go in doing loads of micro and put it on him, then I feel like it can make people fluster a bit definitely. By like dancing around, and then I put my men forward. I kept like hitting you with my squigs and then bringing back on those Graveguards. You know, they've got like anti-armor stuff, hitting them.
I thought one stupid move that you did do when you pulled all of your ball boys in to where your squigs were, just by the pond. I pretty much had my spears right there. We just closed you off.
I knew that was going to happen, but I did. Basically, I messed up slightly. So what I did is I did that, but I knew I had a route out because they could run past my men pretty much straight away and would have been fine. I then just lost track of it doing something else, and then realised I saved 2 of them, I think. And to be honest, the ball boys, I knew you'd beat me in a cav fight. They're more to just hold back until I can get my black, because my Black Orcs are where
Black Orcs for the MVPs
stuff goes down. Yeah,
definitely,
always.
One move I thought was really good though. Every time he came in with a charge, you put zombies right behind him and just blocked him from getting out. I thought that was really good use of zombies. But I would have thought in a straight cav fight, your cav would win. Yours are anti-large, his are anti-infantry. I think they would have won.
I think they just had that melee attack advantage.
Yeah.
They're quite strong cav.
They're ridiculous.
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
But all I was going to do was talk a little bit of trash to Wheels, but I actually feel a bit bad about that. I'm quite zen about this whole thing now.
Well, you know what's happening now, Guy?
What?
We're playing for 3rd place.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't even... What now?
What now?
Is that
right
on the
now?
schedule?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Well, like right now?
Like right now. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Are you prepared to get
I'm not at
annihilated?
all ready.
Are you get-
I didn't think this was happening.
I didn't know this was happening either. So
Are you guys sticking with the armies that you have?
I'm
faction?
definitely going to have to mix it up a bit, especially with his cheesy tactics. There's going to have to be some changes. But I wonder if you're going to go for a different build now.
I want to spin again. I don't want chaos again.
I mean,
I don't know.
you kind of have to have chaos again.
Fair
but
enough. Fair enough.
we can spin again if you want to mix it up, guy.
I can spin again. I can.
Why not? We spun.
Well, we're the losers, right? We're out of the competition, right? We're just going for third place here. So we could technically spin again. And I've just seen in the corner of my
It's
eye
because Darren's scared. He knows
a
that
little
my
special
Greenskin army will
guest.
beat his Chaos army, and he doesn't want to lose the crown. He's getting upset.
Would you like to come in, dog? You can come sit next to me. We've got plenty of room. Look at this. Double host. How's it going?
That was awful.
That was pretty bad.
That was
wasn't
pretty
it?
bad.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad.
It's pretty bad. What was your least favourite part?
You disappointed me again.
Yeah. Was it the lack of armor piercing, do you think?
Just take a good army.
It
Maybe.
was a good army. That is my go-to army.
Are you proud of me, Dom?
To lose, yeah.
No, to
go to
win.
army to lose, yeah. Please
I won
take the
3
spin.
matches earlier today with that army.
Well,
Straight up.
I'm disappointed with the people on quick battles that lost to Michael's army, which was awful. But that's okay because
What was wrong with it? What was wrong with it?
well, it got smashed by Tom's
Yeah,
Greenskins.
yeah,
that
it
was
did,
the
it did.
big problem.
Greenskins are hard, man. Greenskins are hard.
They are. They're big.
They're big
hard,
and hard.
Big and hard. Yeah, those. I like Greenskins. Greenskins all the way. I mean, I heard Darren doesn't like Greenskins. Can't play him.
Wow.
Too technical. Too difficult. Tom here, he's a master. He worked it out. Guy over there, Black Orcs all the way.
Do you know what? Tom was playing mind games earlier. He was like, I think I'm going to come last, I really, I haven't played in so long. And then, he just pulls it out. Look at him. He's got that cheeky smile on. You're like a pool shark, aren't you? All right, let's do this.
Okay.
Let's do this. Guy, do you want to spin first?
No.
No?
Okay, fine.
Do it.
Do one of them
Are
want
you
the
going to do a proper spin this time?
You can get my live reaction.
All right, here we go.
Wait.
What else?
I'll take it.
Do you want a new faction?
No, he's not that.
Nah, that's it.
All right, done. Give me a spin.
Wheels is
Here we go.
scared of
You
Wood
ready?
Elves.
I'm not scared of Wood Elves at all. Here we go.
Why did you stroke my knee?
Wood Elves.
We get it. Shall we?
when you.
Do
Genuinely?
you want it? I don't mind.
I'll go as, what are they called?
I'll
Arguilon. Arguilon. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry.
I'm spinning.
Arguilon. Why are you spinning?
For our battle.
I'm Chaos apparently. I bet you get greenskins.
I'm not holding the mic for everyone. Can
Here
you
we
take-
go. Ooh, almost Bretonia.
I was starting to think the wheel was rigged then.
I think it is rigged.
No
'cause
idea.
Darren's just picked himself the most standard Total War style army.
Yeah, Darren.
They are
likes
they are like the least Warhammer. Oh, here we go.
Here we go again.
All right, let's get on over to the desk. Dog, are you gonna join us for some commentary?
I'll join for the final.
You'll join.
I'll join for the final. I'm just going to talk to your chest hair.
All right, let's do this.
Lovely hair.
Let's do this. Let's get to that desk.
And we're back.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading the stats from before
Okay.
of my army.
So basically, yep, we're ready and we're waiting in the lobby for Whelan now, who's going to be playing against Guy. The battle for 3rd place and 4th place.
The Battle of the Wood Elves.
It is, yeah. Civil War.
This chair's really low.
Am I right? Both Wood
Am I
Elves are
right?
fighting
Am I
each
right?
other.
You
So
are
yeah,
right.
so they're going to be playing Arguilin and one of them is going to be regular Wood Elves.
Is
So
that how it's happening?
well, I think that's what Whelan said, which means he has to take Dorothy. So he might be painting himself into a bit of a corner doing that, because he's obviously more susceptible to fire, I think.
I do like Durthu though. I tend to.
Favorite
He's
legendary
very
lord.
expensive though.
Favorite legendary
But
lord.
very expensive.
Yeah, well, you pay for what you get, you know? Class,
Alright,
top class.
I'll take your word for it.
I mean, I'm basing that based on I just love him as a model, and I think
Yeah.
just his roar and stuff is just so cool. I think he's just the coolest legendary lord. I always try to like say what he says, but yeah, he speaks Wood Elvish, I guess.
Speaks wood.
Yeah.
The host kicked me from the game. What a treat.
Great. We really should have just a dedicated lobby for this. I don't know if they've made a new one or not. No, yeah, Whelan's still in it. So
yeah, Whelan's still in it, but he kicked me. I guess he just did it as a joke because he's hilarious.
Hilarious. All right, so what do you feel pulled it out of the bag for you in that last game?
In that last game, I don't know because I haven't played much recently. I played a quick game at lunch.
Yep.
I lost.
Yeah, I played against the AI to practice, and I lost.
Oh, I played a quick battle. But
okay.
I don't know. I think my micro was alright. I think usually I'm a bit rusty if I don't play for a while. But I don't know. Black Orcs won it. Right. Black Orcs were the key winner in there.
You're throwing down that itchy spell quite a lot.
Yeah, I've started using the shaman because he's actually quite good, and you can get for really cheap if you drop his damage spells and just take him with itchy nuisance and there's another one I can't remember what his other spell is. If you take those two, he only costs something like 400 gold, so he's cheap as anything. Take one or two of those, and the Goblin Big Boss is really good as well because you can get him for about 300 if you drop a couple of his abilities.
Right.
That's a good tip. Always remember to take.
So I have been reading chat. Chat, so far, could you tell us who you think has been performing the best or performing the worst, in your opinion? So we got Lost My Stirai says Bretts are solid. So I've just never really played as Bretonnia. I'm just not a multiplayer guy. I play single player. And I did a campaign with them, and then I was done with them.
Yep.
Don't really know much more about them. I always see in multiplayer videos people tend to take like lots of flying units.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing
they've got good cav, good flying units. That's my understanding of them. Their men on the ground aren't that strong. What's going on with this? This is a different one.
Yeah, so you want to go to... Just give it a sec, and I'll tell you. No.
Here, isn't it?
It's a different one. Should be a different one.
That's the only one there.
Okay, try join it, I guess.
Oh.
Anyway, so a lot of people are saying... Well, okay. Kronos 808 basically just named every faction in the game. You can't really do that. Pycanic says Darren, obviously. Yeah, I was hoping that people would name the community team and see who's the best or who's been performing the worst.
This is weird that I can't see this lobby though.
I don't even know what it's called. If you want, just duck out super quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna duck out quickly. Who are you gonna go? Okay.
Because they don't seem to be doing anything. Jess is on it.
Jess is sprinting away.
Dogbert is best. Yeah, we really need to have a game. He's too afraid to come in here and play me. You know? It's just a coincidence he doesn't even happen to be here.
Maybe
and he just comes in with the wheel.
Week.
Yeah, maybe. But if
yeah, I can't see it, man.
You want to have that turned on? I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Tom can't seem to find the game.
Yeah, let me just restart the
Tom is having technical difficulties, so hopefully he'll be able to find the game. But Guy and Whelan are pretty much ready to go. Peasant Bretonnia is good. Skaven are OP. And my game has closed itself again. Alright, let's load it back up. Multiplayer is awesome. Campaign for the win. Alright, I said it. Alright,
we're getting there.
Dogbert in his short cameo. Yeah, he's out there, probably just watching.
He is watching. He's
taking notes.
He's got a busy day today.
He does.
So he couldn't host. But that's fine. He had his brief. He loves a cameo, doesn't he?
Oh,
he likes to be the centre of attention. He likes,
It's this one right here. CA Civil War.
Yeah, it's not in my lobby yet. Not yet.
Well, your lobby's wrong. All right.
I'm mouthing at Wheels, who's trying to tell me what to do through the window, what I'm already doing.
Okay, I've managed to join. Yours is literally not appearing, so I don't know. Maybe we should just spectate from my perspective.
Yep. It's really weird.
Just get the ball rolling. Jess, you might have to tell him that it's only working on one, so just boot it up now.
It's really bizarre, isn't it?
It does that sometimes. I don't know why. People have always asked, like, oh, is it region-based? Because I can't see your server or whatever if I'm streaming or something.
And it isn't region-based. It should just be a public service for everybody, but it seems like sometimes it just doesn't show up. So it's a shame, but that's just the way it is. All right, so they've loaded in, getting ready to fight. You'll be able to see, I'm sure, when it gets switches to that one.
That's true. I can just watch the middle.
Yeah, you'll be tiny.
We've gone to the one camera. Dun dun dun.
Okay, so obviously they're both taking wood elves. Oh, it looks like which one is which though now?
That is a great question.
So Whelan is the light green. You know, he's Arguillan, and then Guy is the dark green.
And has Guy gone for the same? No, he hasn't. Okay, Guy's gone for Dirthu.
No. He's just gone for an ancient treeman.
Oh, sorry.
Not Dirthu himself.
Oh no, he's okay. He's dropped his Hawk Riders though.
Yep, he's got. So what has he got? Let's have a look. He has got a forest dragon. Is this really dark or is it just me? Just gonna turn up the gamma on this a tiny bit. All right. So what has he got in the forest? You have to whisper it because we can't let them know. Okay. He's got wild riders, and he was trying to hide a massive dragon in the forest, but it flies, so you couldn't do that. So yeah. So anyway, he's decided that he has to put his forest dragon back out in the middle of the open.
Which is logical.
Because
now,
he can't hide
he
it.
should have tried to hide the treeman because that would have been hilarious.
You can't hide your lord or
I know, but...
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's the same thing. He did try and hide a massive dragon.
Yeah, but the treeman's a tree.
Oh, yeah, that's funny.
I was like, please acknowledge Roger.
Okay, so he's got war dancers, beautiful ladies. Eternal Guard with shields, largely in the front. Oh, so, okay, battle has begun. Michael Whelan has deployed a load of Glade Riders right in the top. And they're going to be... What do Glade Riders fight? Oh, they're cavalry, of course. Missile cavalry, right. He decided that was a terrible idea.
Half of them are missile, half aren't, so... By the looks of it.
Yeah, that's... Okay, cool. So, yeah, he's got 2 Glade Riders here, and then he's got 2 Wild Riders.
Has he gone for quite a... He's gone for quite a bulky build, hasn't he? Got quite a lot of... I'm just, like, trying to have to narrate from, like, a distance.
So, he has got a bunch of Treekin, he's got Dirthu, so very, very thick armor, heavy punching, but they're going to be weak to fire, I believe. But yeah, that's going to be a huge grind to grind them down. It's a good build to take, actually, I think, against Wood Elves, because you're going to be expecting to get a lot of fire on you.
Yeah, definitely.
So he's just willing to soak that all up. Okay, so he's moved. I'll keep the camera relatively like always in this position, just so we know what's going on.
Now, Guy hasn't got any cav, has he? Or has he just got that one unit in the forest?
He had the one unit out here of Wild Riders. So he's got 1 Wild Riders unit.
Quite a weird choice to
say
1.
Yeah, whereas Whelan's got 2 and then 2 missile versions of them. All right, we're just about to meet on the lines.
Yeah, we're going to meet on
this will be interesting. These guys are anti-large, going up against large. However, yeah, that's a... I mean, they would have just seen each other now when they reached the crest of that hill, so that might have been a bit of a surprise. And then Guy is trying... Oh, he could have landed the Forest Dragon on the archers, and he didn't. Whelan's just ran his archers almost all the way into the combat there.
But I suppose they had to see over the hill.
Yeah, so I suppose. But look at that for me. Look at that. That's terrible. Absolutely terrible.
That's awful. But I think they're going to aim... Yeah, I don't know what they're aiming for. But so actually, this is where Guy's 1 unit of cav is going to come in strong.
Yeah, his cav is coming around.
He can hit these archers in the back. Wheel's cav is miles away from the battle, kind of just sitting there.
His cav is really far out on the right. Now, Guy has left his 2 to 3 archers kind of exposed now, so now we can see it. Michael's cavalry is just about to come in. Guy's cavalry is coming around as well to come up behind his archers.
He needs to just charge them on those archers and leave them. He needs to sort out this flank.
Treekin are doing pretty good, and the Forest Dragon is taking a lot of damage just sitting up there. Guy's not bringing him down on the ground. He's not doing anything with him. He's taking all the fire right now.
Jeez.
And the cavalry charges just come in on the archers.
I think Wheels... It's looking good for Wheels so far, I think.
Yep. Well, it is and it isn't. I mean, I think his Treekin is taking more damage than the spears.
Yeah, but look at his Forest...
He's losing the fight everywhere else, yeah.
Forest Dragon is taking such heavy damage. He's doing nothing.
He's casting some sort of spell on it. Earthblood. He's replenishing the hit points of it.
He's still just sitting there. Get him involved, Guy. Come on.
Yeah, and his Ancient Treeman, he's sending out towards Missile Cavalry. What, you think he's really going to... Oh, he isn't going to move, apparently. He hasn't moved. So Whelan's let his Missile Cavalry just take a spear attack right in the front.
And
his melee cavalry is just sitting out doing nothing either.
These guys need to work on that micro.
It's just some poor micro overall, yeah.
This is why they're in third
Of course,
and fourth.
like, when you're spectating, it's easier to notice when people make mistakes, but this is bad micro. Right. Forest Dragon has landed on the archers. It's about time. He could have done that at the beginning of the game. Dirthu has taken a huge amount of damage and is coming off the map.
Dirthu, not long ago, was fine. Like, I saw him earlier. His health was okay.
Yeah,
he's died really quickly.
Maybe Guy focuses missiles on
The Eternal Guard are holding their own against these Treekin.
It's really difficult to see who's
gonna,
who.
Yeah. Who's who and who's going to win.
So we've got Michael's spears have come up behind Guy's archers now and engaged them. I don't even know how he got around that way.
And the archers are just taking it.
Archers just taking
it.
Just loving it.
Guy's got a load of units on the outside. Look, he's got some archers facing away from the battle. They don't really want to get involved.
There's a cavalry chase going on the edge of the map.
So look to the right here. He's got the oh, they've turned round.
Yeah, they're doing the thing.
These guys need to
Ancient
get back
Treeman's
in.
Coming back in. There's 2 spearmen units not doing anything next to them.
They need to be charging into back of those cav.
Michael's cavs doing nothing. What are these guys doing? what are they focusing on? Is it just this fight, this static fight here? These guys haven't. This unit here hasn't even decided to engage this. They've just stood on the hill and taken a hit. So that's great. Dirthu's just like, hey, what's going on? What's going on, man? Just chilling on the edge of the battle.
He's like, if I just stay really still,
they'll
they
pick
won't
up a tree.
know I'm here.
Yeah, it seems like that's a running theme of this battle. Who can make the least amount of moves and still win?
Oh dear. Maybe they think the battle's turn-based.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
They're still not moving Dirthu, still not moving the Treekin at the edges. The battle is almost over on the hill, though, and amazingly, the Treekin are just overpowering the anti-large because they're just not that good, those Eternal Guard. Ancient Treeman's coming, marching his way back up to the top so slowly. Guess trees are pretty slow. Dirthu's still chilling. The Forest Dragon is routed off the map, so they're gone.
Now, Guy should really send something after Dirthu. I don't know if he's got anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Dirthu's now
Yep.
going somewhere.
He's walking
Dirthu's
up.
going for a walk.
I love the zoom. It's like, oh, look! It looks like Guy's Ancient Treeman has gone straight in for the attack against some Glade Guard.
Who are going to start to
He should go straight for Dirthu.
No, it's going to be a long chase.
It would be.
Dirthu's
Dirthu's never going to have it.
These Treekin coming back in. I think he needs to go and support his Eternal Guard over there with the Treekin at the top of the map.
Yeah.
That's what he should probably be doing with the Treeman.
Is this his unit? No, that's Michael's unit of Glade Riders just sitting out in the trees, just chilling.
They've both taken heavy losses.
They have really, yeah. It's come back. It was a little bit more in Guy's favour, but now it's starting to even out again.
Yeah.
However, Michael's cavalry is coming in for the charge. Probably one of the final charges.
Done.
Yeah.
And
good charge.
Again, that was a really good charge. But Guy's got some Glade Warriors sitting to the right there. A little bunch of them.
Doing anything. I love to think like, you know, we're picking them apart for this micro, and all the while they're probably sweating with pressure.
Yeah.
how intense it all is.
Well, because Wheels came third last time, didn't he?
He did.
And
looks like
Guy
we're about
came
to see that happen again. Maybe there'll be the exact same results, Tom. We have to fight each other and see what happens.
This is true.
Well, we don't know if he came third or fourth. They didn't play
they
a decider. No, they didn't. I don't think they did. I don't think they did.
I thought they did, but maybe
I thought this was like the battle for the official third place.
Oh, Dirthu is about to die.
He's
about to get an Eternal Guard sandwich. It's his dream.
Oh, he's just running him away. Oh, he just insta-routed. These girls are really fast. So there you go.
He's
See you later, man.
Cut his ankles.
All right, he's out.
Good sound effects. By
I make all the cinematic trailers myself and do all the sound effects as well.
Now, actually, Guy's kind of turned this. Maybe
he slightly
back,
has. It's such a segmented fight. It's insane. He should really consolidate and pull together. I would say because Michael has the cavalry advantage still, but his units are starting to rout.
He needs to take out these Treekin on this hill. If he kills those, he can turn and face the cav and should be okay, I would think.
They're very low in health. Oh, one of them is. The other one's actually doing pretty good.
Yeah. Guy's issue now is that he is slow. Like, as in his not him himself.
He keeps doing this where he'll chase an infantry or a missile unit.
And then he runs away.
Yeah, and then he's like,
oh,
yeah.
He's not going to win that.
No. He just did something as well, which was healing these guys. So he's replenishing the hit points of all those boys around here. It's a good move.
It is. Gets to finish
they're
off.
They're just going to have to grind these down. And he's realizing that he should send this guy. Oh no, he's changed direction. He's heading after the branch wraith.
Nud 11, I'm assuming it's a silent K. You're watching Guy and Whelan from the community team play against each other for third place in our little four-way battle thing.
Basically, we're doing the CA Civil War. The 4 of us on the community team, or 4 of us from the community team, are battling each other again. We did this about a month ago. We had 3 matches last time. This time we're having 4 matches. So we've had the first 3. This is the 3rd one. It's almost coming to an end. And then me and Tom are going to fight in the final again of the next one. We've spun the wheel of factions to decide what factions we're going to be playing.
I forgot Chaos.
I'm Bretonnia and you are Chaos. I was Chaos previously. So, ha. Nothing on Total War 2. The game's called Total War Warhammer 2. I've heard this so many times when people are talking about Rome 2, Shogun 2. It's like, oh, Total War 2. It's not how it works. I understand it can be confusing, but it's Warhammer. We call it Warhammer 2 at least, right? Yeah. But no news right now. However, E3 is coming close, so expect to hear more then in a couple of weeks now. All right, so this has still been just going on. He's healing more. He keeps doing Earthblood. He's got a good reserve of Winds of Magic. Guy is really holding on as best as he can.
He is. These Treekin.
One of the Treekin have left. This is the other one that still remains. There's 7 of them now. Just watch them smash some War Dancers. They're a really good unit.
Now there's some Cav sitting.
Let's just see. Am I missing anything? No, just some bad micro in the distance.
Always. He's chasing down the Cav. Now that is not a good decision.
Yeah, he keeps doing
needs
this.
That to go on the hill.
This guy's a really good fighter. Put him in against the Treekin.
Here we go. He's fighting some Cav. This will do.
Oh god. He hasn't engaged this guy. That's why he was just trying to walk through.
He's like, please.
He's literally just trying to walk through.
He needs to engage them. Why isn't he engaged? That's his.
He's just giving the order to go up here. Oh, the Treekin are routing.
But now he needs to turn them.
Is he healing himself? Yeah, he's healing himself. That was a. I don't think that was a good one. He could have reached this whole area.
Needs to grab.
And he just decided to heal himself. All right, he's sending them in. I think Guy actually might win this.
I think he's going to win it.
Because he's got the Spearman now to deal with the cavalry. So I think he's actually looking pretty good. And no, he's just all got Spearman. War Dancers and Eternal Guard.
Oh, the Cav are coming in for a final charge.
Pretty good charge.
Michael's last hope.
Ooh, some of them are starting to rout.
Yep. He needs this.
Again, look at this guy. He's just like, yeah, I'll just fight this one Cav. Well,
nailed it, though.
Yeah, he
did a good job.
And now he's just like, yes. Just cheering the fact that I killed 1 unit in this whole game. He killed 31.
He's like, yeah, that'll do me. Yep. Good game.
Guy is probably freaking out. He's never won, has he? Yet? Isn't his like win to loss ratio with the community 0?
Not great. Oh,
another Cav charge coming straight in again.
Guy is really messy. He's nearly throwing this one.
Yeah, he's just like
his to throw.
Michael's cycle charging it. Archers are.
Look, and now look, charge the closest unit to you. Stop chasing units that are miles away.
It's like he's doing something else that we don't know what else he's busy on.
Michael's going for a. He's utilising those Cav charges.
Let's get some Cinnies.
Technical term there.
Yeah, cinematic shots. Look at that. Whoa. Actually, to be honest, that wasn't a good capture of it.
It'll do. It'll do for live.
Oh, I didn't realise we had blood on. Uh-oh. Cavalry charge came in again.
Guys, units are starting to rout.
They are. Michael needs to get everything in together. They both need to, really. But it looks like...
I think Guy's thrown it.
Yeah, potentially. At least he still has his Lord left. I'm surprised that isn't just clenching it for him. Let's have a look at the leadership. They're on 2 leadership. They're just desperate to rout away. I know they have. 2 of them have broken. These War Dancers are running off the wrong way. Now it's just the Ancient Treeman and 1 War Dancer unit and another one that's just not doing anything.
I think where Guy's messed up so far is not using the Ancient Treeman. Like,
yeah, totally. It's only 31 kills with it. Now it's got 44.
There was that point where that Cav hit him. He could have taken out half of them there.
Yeah.
And then this wouldn't have been an issue. He'd still have half of his... Hello, Retro Crumpet. I see you. Creep him.
Yeah, just needed to keep his Spearman next to his Treeman and use his Treeman to do the damage. And like the Spearman to keep the Cav away and stuff like that.
Because he's taken heavy morale boosts from those cavalry charges. They've really knocked him down. But, I mean, this Treeman does have so much health, he might last quite a while yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's still in Guy's favour. He's still winning, technically.
Just about.
The morale of the Treeman itself is 81. It's fine. It's not even near, like, any problem. E3, I think, is around June 14th, 15th, 16th, something like that time.
Ooh, we got some fighting talk in here on our behalf.
Ooh. Well,
Chaos will win against those peasant scum. Now, controversial.
They are peasant scum. Though,
this is true.
Not going to defend that.
I have just no experience with Chaos. That's why I feel like I'm gonna.
I mean, that was pretty much my first game with them.
I'm trying to think.
But I don't really know Bretonia either.
I know Bretonia more, I would say, but not great.
Anyway, to focus back on this really quickly, it looks like guys won.
Do you think?
Yeah, Michael's units are all routing except this one unit of cavalry.
And
these
the
two units of cavalry.
Yeah, which that could turn it, because then they're not routing. They're coming back.
True.
I don't know. He needs to get that treatment back in. Get him back in. Is he using? Okay.
Yeah, he's trying to heal. Replenishes the hit points of combatants. I don't know if it brings people back though.
This is so close. This is ridiculous. I'd like to see what units he has left in control.
Whip them good. Oh, they're starting to rout. The cavalry's on its last legs.
Everyone is.
Yeah, it really is. I can't look at the state of this fight. There's like 20 people left.
He needs to kill the. He hasn't really got any anti-large left, has he? So he's going to struggle to get this ancient treeman down.
True, yeah.
So I think Guy might win it just purely through this one unit lasting.
He must have been out of ammo on the archers as well, because he isn't. He just puts them into combat.
He must be.
He keeps doing that.
Guy's units are regrouping, but they probably regret turning around now.
Yeah. Oh wow, look at that! They're all coming down the hill.
He's going for it. He's trying to get them.
I think Guy has it.
I think he does, but Wheels is hanging on for dear life. He will not let it go.
I think losing Dirthu lost him the game.
It really did, yeah.
Having something as big as like a treeman like that, and then Dirthu's even better.
Yeah.
I would love to know what happened. We didn't see what happened to him.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw him. He had decent health. We looked at some other units. He just disappeared.
Yeah.
I think he's done it. He's done it.
Well,
Guy's won.
Guy,
see Guy's face when he
Guy's
comes back.
Guy's going to be absolutely ecstatic.
So happy.
He's never won anything in his life, so he's going to be pretty happy about this.
I'm looking forward to see his face.
Hey, Kelster, I meant to say hi earlier.
So what units have we got? What kills have we been getting?
So, the Ancient Tree Men did 63 kills, which isn't actually that much, and Dirthu only did 45. Both of them didn't kill that much.
But they didn't take many units, so that does make sense.
Yeah. Glade Guard for Guy barely did anything as well. Barely any kills. It's really the Treekin should have won the battle, and they somehow didn't. Oh, and the MVP is easily the cavalry, the Wild Riders.
Yes, yeah. That was those cavalry charges at the end, wasn't it? Did that.
Look at these guys. 1 kills, 2 kills, 3 kills. Guy, what is this?
Because they were attacking Dirthu, you assume.
Oh, yeah, maybe. All right, so we're going to move back over to the couch now to find out what happened during that battle. Oh, Michael looks really unimpressed.
Michael. Oh, Michael.
I feel like I should just retire.
It was a good game.
It was a good game.
Which is all we can ever ask.
It was a spectacle.
Unbelievably close.
I can't believe how close it was.
So let's go over our key mistakes first.
Dirthu
being yours.
Big mistake.
Which was a complete game changer.
What happened to Dirthu? We didn't actually see. We just noticed that he had no health suddenly.
Basically, just forgot about him. I was focusing so much on Cav and getting rid of those archers and everything that I got out microed on that end.
That was the story of your last game, though. Just like micro was just like non-existent.
Well, no, I was completely focused on that Cav. Right, the Cav was the most important unit in the game for me.
Yeah.
And everything else was just kind of second fiddle. The Treekin, I just wanted to stand there and just take damage whilst I did everything else to them, but it wasn't enough.
We had noticed that, like, even the engagement on the hill, you hadn't, like, not just you, but both of you, I think, hadn't, like, actually engaged the units properly, and they were just standing, like, not fighting each other. And we were just looking at, like, units that were walking off and then just standing there. We're like, oh, these guys are just chilling, they're just having a nice time. And they just wouldn't move for a very long time, so we thought it was really funny. We were like, at this point, actually, what are they focusing on? Like, things just aren't moving. So it's pretty funny. I'm
really interested to see what got Dirthu, because that was so huge. And
Guy doesn't know.
No, I don't know. I think the Eternal Guard versus the Treekin on the hill was a very interesting battle. I think.
The Eternal Guard did pretty well against Treekin.
I think I had the edge. Yeah,
it was that anti-large bonus, I think. I thought that because they're not armor piercing, so I thought they'd do all right, but apparently not.
I don't know. I think
you don't see a lot of battles of factions against themselves.
No.
Yeah. It doesn't happen a lot.
It's quite interesting.
It's quite interesting.
We should do it more often, I think. Because now there's no complaining. Oh, you had a faction that was stronger than mine. I know that's what I would have been saying if the shoe were on the other foot. But yeah, great battle. Happy to take third place. Well played by Whelan. Wow, how excited are we for the final now?
Mate, it's just a chain of mistakes on my end. I think
that is
something about being under the big lights.
Yeah.
just racks my confidence. You know,
who can make the least mistakes and the least important mistakes?
Yeah,
Durthu is.
Durthu's
like,
huge.
What's he's like 2 or 3K? Like you gotta look after Durthu.
Did we have a third battle last time? Did we have a third?
We didn't have a third place
I
battle.
thought we did. For some reason.
I think we just assumed that Guy was last time because of the Black Orcs.
Well, we've seen.
But you
how it's
did
panned out
pretty
this time,
well.
Michael.
You did pretty well against Darren though. So there you go.
Yeah, but only because of the cheese.
Well,
Are we ready?
this is it. This is the big final. It's a rematch. It's a rematch. Let's hand the mic over and let's have one final word before you get to your battle
repeating
stations.
itself from last time, in a way. I guess we didn't know if you were third or not, but we'll assume you came last previously. But yeah, I'm playing as Bretonia. Tom is playing as Chaos. We're both pretty uncomfortable with both factions, right? Or
So you've basically cheated, Darren. Is what's happening right
How's
now
that?
because Tom was comfortable with the greenskins. He was doing well, and you were like, do you know what? I don't like Chaos. I'll just spin again.
Well, yeah. Well, I thought we should. I thought the spin was for the initial battles, and then we spin again for the second round. Just thought because then you get to play with a different build, so they don't counter what you tried the first time. Maybe. But yeah, I'm not really good with Bretonia either, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
I think the pressure's more on you than me because I came second.
You've already lost, so
last time, yeah. So I'm expected to finish second.
Mm.
That's fine. I'm not going to be unhappy with the loss.
But
So,
Tom,
yeah.
I mean,
There's a lot at stake.
there's a huge amount at stake.
I'd like the crown, but I'm not expected to win it. That's fine. Underdog in this battle.
Wait, can we just go back to that other camera angle, please?
Oh,
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 oh, oh, oh! Stop moving your head. There we go. That's the real king of this stream.
That's the dream.
It's a bit big.
One of these days, Guy, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Right, should we go?
Let's do this. Let's go over to the desk.
Good
We'll
luck,
be back
sir.
in 2 seconds
Best of
for
luck.
the final.
Thanks.
Okay,
And we're back.
we haven't done this yet.
No, this is the
First
time for us.
first ever time of Guy and Wheels.
You know what, Wills? I got a really
Double
good. I
hosting.
got a really good feeling about our chemistry. I think we're gonna.
We've got so much chemistry, Guy. We've got so much chemistry. We might as well be an A level. Like this is going to do well. So
Strong start there, mate.
it wasn't a great joke, but the enthusiasm was there, and that's what counts.
That's
We're
what
all
we need.
enthusiasm. All right, let's do this. I've shrugged off the sorrow of my 2 defeats. I'm feeling all right now.
It is really hard to come straight into the commentator's seat after an intense battle like that.
It is.
I've only got one thing on my mind right now, and it's beating you into the ground. So it's quite hard to come here now and act all pally with you.
I tell you what, that was such an intense battle that my blood pressure, I feel, is just like through the roof. I think I should go to hospital.
I
after
don't
this
want to
stream.
exaggerate too hard, but I think I took at least a month off my life just through pure stress.
So
were you listening to the stream?
I wasn't. No,
Because I was that time, which I've never done before.
Guy.
But I was getting really confused because they were like, oh, Durthu this, and I was like, oh, what's happened to my Durthu? But it was your Durthu they were talking about. I was
You
like,
didn't even have Durthu. You just had a bog standard tree man.
did I?
Yeah.
No, I had Durthu. I'm pretty sure.
No, you had an ancient tree man, just standard one. You know, like a generic Empire Lord. Like you had
Are you
that
sure?
tree man. Yeah.
Wow, I just didn't know what was going on.
Maybe that's the secret to winning. Just pure confusion. Maybe that's it.
That must be it, mate.
Because how can I know your plans if you don't have any?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
need to open up another spectator.
There's an art.
Oh, there are spectator spots.
There's an
You should be
art
able
of
to get in.
war quote in there somewhere.
Come on, mate. There we go.
It's annoying that you have to click it. We need to log a bug for that.
Log a complaint with the devs. So I've got a little sneak peek of Darren's build here on my machine. He's gone for a lot of men-at-arms, it seems. A lot of squires, a lot of foot squires. Then he's got 2 units of flaming archers and 2 units of poison archers. And 2 units of what appears to be Grail Knights and Knights of the Realm. So that's a pretty standard build for Bretonnia. Right?
Playing into Bretonia's strengths for sure.
Absolutely, you've got to focus that cav when you're playing as Bretonnia. I feel like if we did that battle again and I was playing as Bretonnia, those were the tactics I was using. You know?
Yeah, it was interesting because I went for the 1 unit of Wild Riders, thinking like I'm probably gonna forget about these guys, which I basically did. They died without really killing anyone. But
I didn't even realise you had Wild Riders. Yeah. They were used that little.
I had them in the trees.
Yeah.
And then I started moving them up behind your lines because I didn't realise. And then before I realised that you had like 5 cavalry units just standing behind all my archers. Was it the skirmisher ones? Is that why you weren't charging in? So
I think at that point I was actually focusing on the hill. That was the only point where I was like, right, what are we doing on this hill?
You gave me a right fright when as soon as the game starts and you got all these guys up there. But I think I managed to take about a third of the health off.
Yeah, to be honest, that went in your favour. I was basically just scouting because I knew I wouldn't be able to see over the hill. I was essentially just trying to see what army build you had a bit early because I knew that obstacle was in the middle. And then you just had that rain of fire on me and I was like, oh my God, I need to get out of this place.
It definitely always takes me about 1.5 minutes into the game before I actually like understand what's going on. Because I don't want to keep the people waiting as well. So I click start when I'm like only just ready. And then before I know it, I've got your cav in behind me, I've got archers on the hill.
Let's have a little look at chat whilst these guys are still building their armies. Robert0019 says, guy was stream sniping.
It's true. I did cheat a little bit. Mate, I'm happy to take joint 3rd place. I'm not a competitive person.
Let's do that. Bang. Joint 3rd.
And we'll have joint 3rd on the last time.
Do you know who the real winner is? Total War. That's who the real winner is here.
The fans watching at home.
All right, let's see. Bloody Hound says Dogbert said he'll be here for the final. He's actually looking through the door right now.
He's always looking through the door. I'm not sure if he's just trying to creep us out or if he's actually got something to communicate.
I think he was checking that we were ready. Because these guys have now readied up, so we're about to go.
We're going in.
A few more. Kelster says, Wooer got a shout out. Kelster, you can have another one. Hello, how's it going? What else we've got? We've got they have to summon me. I guess that's Dogbert on the Total War official chat. Dat army, though. I wonder which one he's talking about.
Yeah, could be talking about any of them. Any of the many armies.
Was there any news? There wasn't. No. We will have some announcements soon, though, so stay tuned. That's going to be exciting. We've also got Laurie from Kimbersy. How do you say that? Kimsebimsi.
Yeah, that sounds pretty accurate.
Kimsey Bimsy. Laurie is on a training course, so she's not with us. She's usually in the chat. If you, I know you watch the stream. I know you sit there watching the stream.
I take a sneaky peek when we're not busy with important matters.
He says Darren's army. He's not impressed with Darren's army, apparently. So he's got men-at-arms, which he halberders, infantry.
Wait. You'll have to remind me. Who's who? Because I got a bit confused with the last one.
Darren is Bretonnia.
Darren is
So I'll have a look at Darren's army. So here we go. We've got 2 units of Pegasus Knights. Going up against, from what I can see, no flying units at all. So they're going to be pretty happy about that. We've got 2 units of Peasant Bowmen. One with pox arrows, one with fire. Do you know what a pox arrow is in Bretonnia?
Is it poison?
It is. They just poo on it. They just do a big poo on their arrow. I think that's lore appropriate. We've actually kicked off.
And we're off already. These guys will not wait about.
So we've got Grail Guardians on the left, and we've also got some Royal Hippogriff Knights on the right. Solid line at the front of Foot Squires. And Alberic de Bordelot is the legendary lord that Darren has taken. Let's also have a little look at an interesting army from the Chaos side. We've got Chaos Warhounds as a front line. Behind them, Chaos Knights. We've also got Archaon the Ever-Chosen on foot. 2 Chosen with halberds. 2 Chaos Warriors with halberds. And another 2 Chosen with halberds. So, Chosen, very, very strong. Very, very expensive. That's obviously where most of the cash he's spent has gone. We've also got those Chaos Knights. Now, he's gone for a little bit of a box formation, which is interesting because he doesn't have any range.
Little Napoleonic style there.
Yeah, almost. Now, I watched a video recently of like top 10 cheesiest tactics in Total War.
Oh,
This
nice.
was one of them, just boxing up.
Yeah, I was thinking of trying that against Darren, but he had the hell cannons. That's what threw me off.
That's very true. Hell cannons are difficult to come up against. Okay. So immediately these Warhounds are getting involved, and I think they're actually in trouble because those Pegasus Knights will make short
Very
work.
fast Pegasus Knights going in on those.
These Hippogriff Knights as well are pretty much going to take them out. Look at that morale drop already.
And that's
bang, they're routing.
Don't discount these guys though. They're very fast. They can survive a little bit of.
Remember, these Hippogriff Knights, they do cause fear. They cause terror, in fact. Even more deadly.
In come the dogs. Look at them. They are very fast. Chaos Greyhounds.
I mean, Chaos Greyhounds.
Look at the Royal Hippogriff Knight cantering along.
He's just having a good time. He's off now.
He's out. He's back up. He's back up. By the way, should we try and film different things? Or
yeah, we could. I mean, I want to look over here at Darren's line because they're just sitting pretty at the moment. Now we're starting to move forward. Alberic in his yellow and blue looking very royal. Those foot squires, they're quite strong, especially for how much they're worth. In comes some pox arrows as well.
The Chaos in a bit of disarray here. Not a real formation going on. That's my style.
That is. This is literally how you set up at the start. I think he's worried about those pox arrows because that poison damage is going to be tricky to come up against.
I think Darren's got him rumbled, and it was interesting as well because you could hear Tom going for the mind games at the beginning, saying there was no pressure on him.
Mm-hmm.
It was all on Darren. It's Darren's to lose. But look at this. Tom's retreating already. He's in a bit of trouble.
He doesn't know how to play Chaos. I don't
think that could be a big
I don't
issue.
think he ever has played Chaos, if I'm perfectly honest.
That's the thing about Warhammer. You might know how to play one faction really well, but it doesn't mean anything. That's why I love the Wheel of Factions.
They're very different. The Wheel of Factions is the great equalizer.
Wheel of Factions is Bay.
It's Bay. It's Bay. So those pox arrows, those fire arrows still coming in. Those Chaos Warriors taking a bit of damage. Remember, they are armoured, and they are armour piercing as well, but those arrows are not going to pierce that armour, so they're not going to do quite as much damage.
Very colourful arrows.
It is a very colourful array.
A firework display for you here. So they're coming in now.
Chaos Knights coming in. Now, they're armoured and shielded. They're anti-infantry, but I don't think they want to come up against those foot squires.
And they've stopped.
I'm not entirely sure what Tom's doing here.
He's going for it.
No way. I don't think that's
He's gone in on the great swords.
I don't think that's a good engagement for him. I feel like he needs to pull out of that. He's doing morale damage.
Well,
those foot squires are not looking good.
It's a good engagement, but I just wouldn't go. Why are they on their own? Is he sacrificing them? Here come the Pegasus Knights.
Pegasus Knights going to come in. They are anti-large, remember, so they're going to do some.
Now it's a bad
damage.
engagement, very much so. Here come the line.
They've just started creeping in now.
Slowly but surely.
Now Archaon is going to make short work of these foot squires, I reckon.
Taking a lot of arrow fire.
Yeah, there's a little bit of friendly fire going on from Darren's side. He needs to be careful, needs to pick a new target maybe.
Pegasus Knights just lurking in the back there. Oh, we've got a spell coming down.
I've got quite a lot of units just sitting around doing nothing. Darren needs to sort out his micro, get those cav in the back. He's worried about these halberds, I reckon.
Here come the Pegasus Knights.
And bang, that is a big charge.
All right in the rear. You can really see Darren's experience coming here.
Look at how much friendly fire these arrows are coming in for.
Oh, we've got. Oh, in goes the tidal wave. Completely stops the charge there from the Chaos Warriors into the back of the Pegasus Knights.
He's using his magic well. That's a bad engagement there. He's just sent in his Royal Hippogriff Knights against Chaos Halberds. But again, unit losing slightly. They're just strong units. Sometimes, now...
You can just outmuscle them. It doesn't matter if it's a bad engagement.
Sometimes you think, oh, well, you know, I shouldn't go up against spears with my infantry or with my large units. But if you get a good charge in, with a strong unit, you can do what you want. Now, those Chaos Warhounds are actually back. They're causing a little bit of trouble for these Chaos... Chaos Archers? Peasant Archers. Hippogriff Knights coming in over here against these halberds again. Now, those are the Chosen there. Now, those Chosen are going to definitely do a lot of damage. Chosen are very, very strong.
Archaon,
he's got a lot of people to deal with here.
Archaon just bumbling around the edge of the battlefield, picking off units.
You've got an Exalted Hero coming over here to help out with this engagement. You've got Darren's Legendary Lord here, and he is stuck in the middle. He's going to look a little bit like he might need some backup.
I tell you what, mate, I'd really like to see an instant replay of that.
tidal wave. I feel like
I missed it. I missed it.
I don't know if it was.
We'll definitely go over the replay at the end. I think we'll definitely go over the replay.
I think it should be done.
Now we've got a unit of men at arms here just doing nothing. It's bad micro from Darren in my opinion.
Just going to get a little zoom out perspective now to see the scale. Oh wow, yeah, it's not going well.
The balance of power is very strong in favour of Tom now. You've got Grail Guardians left.
He's done it.
A few Foot Squires.
When did that happen? I was zoomed in for so long.
What are you talking about now?
I'm talking about the fact that Chaos are about to win this one.
Chaos are tanking it out.
I hadn't realised I was following Tom's legendary lord around.
I think the problem is you've got a lot of armor piercing with the Grail Guardians, Grail Knights or Grail Guardians who have the armor piercing. I can't remember.
Here comes Archaon.
That hasn't been utilised here. Archaon is also a very strong lord to take down.
Slowly making his way through the crowd. There goes the tidal wave again.
Bang, look at that.
It's not going to be enough.
Nobody likes being covered in yellow circles. So cascading fire cloak.
You know what, Wheels? I always think that.
Yes.
Every time I'm covered in yellow circles.
Nobody likes yellow circles, man. Yellow squares, maybe, but not yellow circles. Alberic is looking completely lost in there. That's it. That's done. That was an annihilation. What was Darren thinking there?
I honestly, that happened so quickly. Like 1 minute, I was zoomed in, and it looked like Tom hadn't taken too many great engagements. I zoom out, and it's all over.
Let's look at these kills, because that is pitiful from Bretonnia. That is pitiful. 1 kill from the fire arrows, 31 from Pox. 5 kills from Alberic.
We have a new champion, everybody.
He's just fought in.
We have a new king in the house.
Looking like he's on top of the world. We're going to go over to him very soon, but first I think we should watch that replay, Guy. I really think we should watch that replay.
In fact, not to discredit us, but I think we should get the competitors themselves to look over their replay because they have a slightly different insight to us.
You reckon?
Yeah. I think we've already analysed it once.
Yeah, let's get the microphone on for a little bit of outside perspective.
Okay, yeah.
A bit because we never have used that build. Should we go behind you? Is that better on camera?
If you want, mate. If you want, you come over here. Come over here. It's lovely over on the desk. So I accidentally took my mic off, so it's fine.
Hello.
So this army. Let's go down to slow mo right now because this army, Darren. What were your thoughts when you were building this?
So yeah, I don't know. We had to build it very quickly. I didn't get to try it out or think about it at all. I thought, Guy took some stuff against me, and I didn't have any way of dealing with the air, so I thought I'd take 3 air units.
Yep.
But 2 anti-large ones in case he had like a lot of large monsters. So that's why
you've actually gone for 3 anti-large.
No. Oh yeah. The hippogriff. No, the hippogriffs aren't. They're not.
The hippogriffs are armor piercing. Sorry.
Yeah. So took them to just cause terror. Hopefully come in whenever like morale was a bit low. And the other 2 were anti-large, and then I had an anti-infantry cavalry unit on the ground for any time we need to smash into cavalry. Then I just took the best infantry available, which was foot squires and 2 halberd units. So I was really hoping that he'd take a lot of large units, which he didn't. He took a lot of halberd units, which is really good against my army.
Well, I mean, if you're not taking anti-large against Bretonnia, you're doing something wrong. You really are. You need to have a.
Well, so I got a bit shocked because I thought he'd take some more peasants. I thought he'd have had a bit more filler. So that's why I had those. What were the warhounds?
Warhounds. Yep.
I really don't know Chaos. So I thought I'll take some warhounds because then they can just kill that front line because they're good against infantry. So they'll just smash them. No, they're weak against armor.
One thing that was strange. Now I'm just going to go back into full speed now. But
what happened to my army?
Yeah.
So I had it grouped because I had a little box thing because I was like, he's going to try and flank me with all of his calves. So I'll bit cheesy, but I'll box it. I did that. Then obviously I changed my formation a bit by moving more men to the front line because I wanted my halberd units actually at the front line. So I do this switch. I then tried to ungroup it. Didn't ungroup it, started moving it, and then it just went it started folding in on itself, and I just started panicking. And you'll see this in a second, where my army just fast forward it a bit. My army just goes mental because I just I fold it in on itself. By
think that's what we just went through.
So this was me just moving around and trying to draw out his cav and
so these Chaos Warhounds didn't do a great job. They got pretty much targeted instantly by those
that was fine
because
once I realised I didn't need them because they're not going to be that useful against. They'd be good at chasing things down, but they're not going to be good against any of his infantry because they're all they've all got some armor on. So I was like, okay, these guys can just distract the cav. That's my thinking.
Well,
eventually, yeah, they actually did a good job at distracting. Like his, quite a lot of your flying units then just disappeared for a bit, and then they didn't come back. Here is where my army starts to fold in on itself, which was a real treat.
So the thing is, right?
Here it goes.
You've got these Chaos Warhounds distracting, but what are they distracting from? Because your army is just stood here, right?
Well, I tried to move forward. So I tried to move forward, then the army started folding in on itself. All the units started going in the wrong place, so I had to pull back.
So at this point you're panicking, right?
I pull back so I can ungroup and reorganize the army, and then I've got to quickly think, what formation do I want? So I started to reform my army. And then this is where I go for my 3 units of halberds at the front, I think.
Now this was interesting. So you sent in your armored Chaos Knights against armor-piercing units.
Yep.
And you really wanted to do the damage there. These foot squires were a big worry for you?
No, I think that was a good decision because I didn't want to use my cav against his cav because that's a loss. I was never going to win that. My cavalry aren't anti-large, so I wanted to get them in on his men straight away. That was my thinking there. I knew that once his cav landed, I could then come and get him, which I then do eventually.
Now we can see here that Darren, you've brought round 2 units of cav here, one in the air, one on the ground, and you've just got nothing to target because it's all halberds.
Exactly, yeah. So he really counterpicked me quite well.
Yeah. Do you want to talk to that one?
I thought it was going to work. So yeah, he really counterpicked me quite well. And defended his line really good. So I got around his flank and it's like, well, I can't really do anything, and yeah, it was just like a really perfect counter. And then I was trying to deal with his little warhounds as well because I knew they were going to just keep coming back, like really annoying dogs.
You also had a lot of friendly fire here from your archers.
So here's the other thing. Yeah, I badly used my missiles. I completely forgot about them because I was worried about the cav so much and trying to find a place to land. That by the time I looked back at my missiles, I realized that they were firing on his guys that had already met my main line. And then I never really got to use them properly. Like I think I only ever got about 20 kills with them or something. So I really didn't use them very well. So
Darren,
it was just a player who was out of his depth with his build and didn't know what he should be doing in that situation.
There you go. The wheel didn't go in your favour.
No, it didn't.
You tried to sponge it. Try and get a faction you're more familiar with.
I think. Yeah, I don't know if I would have done better against Chaos Greenskins. I think I would have lost that as well. So I don't know.
There you go. No confidence.
But yeah, no, well played on Tom's part. Just really good pick, and then he used his army quite well. I did think it was weird moving your Chaos Warhounds out at first, but you did come back in with them later anyway. So
here's that wind attack that just stops that charge.
That's actually a tidal wave.
It's a tidal wave.
Just right with the tip of it, just blunting that charge. Don't know if that was planned.
When Albrecht, no, it kind of was. When Albrecht was left at the very end, there was a big giant group of them around him, and I was trying to do that, but you have to do it a certain distance away from himself. So I couldn't cast it within the kind of blob. So I was really annoyed.
There's just so many engagement here that just aren't going your way. So you've got the blob here formed around these halberds, but these men at arms rout, and suddenly you've lost your anvil to hammer against, and you're just losing men. I feel like your infantry just weren't doing the job for you.
Well, I was going to say, I completely forgot, they just have no morale. They are peasants for a reason. However, 3 of them were foot squires, so I thought they would hold a bit better than they did, but they completely just buckled really quickly.
I feel like one of your biggest losses was not taking a Grail Reliquary.
I don't even know what that does.
A leadership buff.
Right.
Just in an area around you. I feel like that would have maybe just kept you in it.
My original build, just before I switched it out last minute, was I had 2 blessed field trebuchets, and that would have done really good.
That would have been nice.
Infantry as they crept up. So yeah, and I would have been able to play a lot more defensive then.
While my army melted on stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So
I thought I threw it straight away. Yeah, sorry. Straight away, I thought I'd thrown it a bit with that. I did panic initially, but I think I made all the right calls after that. I think with my build though, I was building it, and I was like, I have no idea. Logically, I need anti-large to deal with your cav, and I need something to deal with the peasants, and it kind of worked okay. Not bad for first chaos build.
Thrilling scenes here.
Can we get to my crowning now?
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Let's walk over to the desk and let's get you crowned. Now, you guys sit down. You can have a little chat amongst yourselves if you wish.
Hi, Darren. How are you?
If you wish. We're going to step over as well.
Much more work to do today?
Yes, I'm working on a lot of Warhammer 2 stuff. Lots of lovely videos for everybody to see. And some of the things, I guess, that I can't talk about.
Same. What a treat.
Straight across the camera. Keep it
Fresh.
Not really. We can't get too professional.
Well, I mean, there's
not really.
Anywhere else. I'm attempting to put it on, but I think I might just hold it for now.
So, Tom.
Wow.
It's our second winner now. Jess is just like clawing her eyes out at me, just ruining her stream. All right, here we go. Are you ready?
Is there music?
Moment. Would you like to get on your knees?
I'll go down to one knee.
One knee.
Thanks.
I name you King of the community team.
Thanks.
Well done. Well done.
I'm proud of this.
Thank you for joining us, guys. We will be back next week for more Total War Live fun.
Yep.
Hope you've enjoyed it.
I'm going to wear this the rest of the day.
Good.
There's only, well, I'll be a bit later, but yeah.
An hour. Half an hour left. Yeah, it's fine. We'll see you next time. And remember...
Who let the dogs out?
Exactly.
Me, the Warhounds.
Thanks very much, guys. See you next week.
You got it. You got the joke.